Hi, welcome to Untitled Oreo Podcast Project.
It's perfect. It rolls off the tongue.
We can also record a number of intros. Be like, hi, welcome to Double Stuff. Hi, welcome to White Stuff. Hi, welcome to some other disgusting
Should we just do it and not...
Hi, welcome to show.
Assume we just introduced the show and then we go back and do that separately?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that.
This is already the first episode.
This is it? Of us just being like, fuck. We are deeply, deeply unprofessional and we don't know what we're doing.
Put it on iTunes.
Well, you know, as long as we're unprofessional at the end as well, then at least we're consistent.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm concerned about. Is the through line.
We're never going to learn or grow.
Yeah. If that's a problem for you, leave.
All right. What's a one-sentence description of this that sounds like I'm not a fucking tool?
It's a journey into the latest developments in Oreos, flavors, history, and etc. We're here to talk about different flavor Oreos. We're here to talk about why we love Oreos. To me, that's the core.
Yeah, I like a journey.
Yeah.
Through the flavor sensations brought to you by the world's
best-selling cookie,
Oreo.
I am David Server.
And I'm Max Isaacson.
Double stuff.
We've got a family-sized package of Milk's favorite cookie.
For someone that has bought an immense amount of Oreos, I would not have thought of this as family size only because to me this is the standard size Oreo short of the individual sleeve, which you usually find like with candy bars.
It looks longer to me though.
Read off the weight for me.
Oh,
all right, interesting.
It is 1 pound and 2.12 ounces.
In 1990, the package contained 1 pound, 4 ounces in the exact same layout.
Wait, what? You've shaved off 1/7/5 of a pound of Oreos. That's a lot.
That is surprising.
That's like 14%. In the past 30x years, they've shaved off 14% of my Oreo weight?
We're already getting into controversy. This wasn't the goal. We thought this was going to be the sail right through.
I thought we were going to be brown-nosing Nabisco till the fucking cows came home, but wow, we've been shrinkflated.
Love a portmanteau.
Okay. Milk's favorite Oreo, 1.212 pounds of family size action. We're going to open it from the top, which is now, I think, what they encourage because you can reseal it. I think this was a big deal for Oreos. I think this was like a really important evolution in packaging. The idea of the simple resealability of a package of Oreos is a big deal. For the person who's not going to eat a whole package of Oreos tonight, your Oreos can get soggy. And we don't want that for you. We want you to have a crisp bite every time.
You do appreciate the crunch on a fresh Oreo, flavor-wise and like texture-wise. There's a reason to eat them in a timely manner. It's a rewarding and responsible choice.
It's responsible?
It's responsible.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
All right, here for you.
Thank you very much, sir.
My brother. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wait, before we bite.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, into the smell.
That's it. They smell good.
It really is worth noting. You know what the ride you're in for. You smell an Oreo and you're like, I know what we're doing.
Yeah, that chocolate cookie, man. It smells crisp. It smells clean. You know, there's like a kind of baked smell to it. It's not going to be an oily thing that you're eating.
Yeah. You're not in like chocolate bar territory.
It's airy. It's like a lightness of flavor that you can smell where you know it's not going to be overwhelming. And maybe we've trained ourselves to know this, right?
Well, and it's also worth noting that when you're dealing with smell, the cream is not a major part of the experience.
Yeah, at least on the standard Oreo.
Yeah,
right?
On the classic, exactly.
Yeah. You know, I realize it's been a while, I think, since I've had a standard Oreo.
Yeah, me too. I think when I go standard, I go double stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really not complaining. Like, I could eat 100 of these. I wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's
that's
crazy.
The magic.
Yeah.
We're looking at a pretty hearty, for all of the shrinkflation concerns, a pretty heartily filled bag. And I can look at this and be like, this could be a one-night situation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, let's talk about first bite. What do you got?
I think you're right about the airiness of the cookie. It's not super dense. It's just the right amount of sort of airiness. And like the cream is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. It's giving you like a little bit of moisture to offset the cookie being dry. You know, you're getting that extra sort of vanilla kick.
Yep.
And frankly, it's just satisfying.
I think I had forgotten in the standard Oreo how much the cookie plays. That like this is a cookie.
Yeah.
It's the primary here. The cream is really there to help the cookie do its work.
Yeah.
It's not overwhelming.
The cookie on its own has kind of that like retro wafer feel, you know, and like that's the kind of thing you get like in an old tin. There's something to be said for that. But I think even then, the idea would be, well, presumably you're dipping this in milk. There's something you're going to be doing to add to this to prevent that. And that they've just solved that problem for you.
Yeah. Wow. They did it. You put the milk in the cookie already.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's finish this Oreo and think about what led us here.
I'm going to have the rest of this cookie.
On that note.
So there's something I want to bring up here. The texture as the cookie's breaking down, there is a second that it goes to this powdery place, which is really satisfying.
Yeah, it feels like a little secret that you got away with.
Yeah.
You know, where you're like, they didn't mix it all into the milk.
Yeah.
It's Lucky Charms like Oops All Marshmallows.
Totally.
It has that feeling when you get a clump of cookie and it smooshes between your molars and you're like,
Yeah.
There is something that I think we should explore at some point about the secret decadence of sweet treats that touches on things you weren't supposed to do when you were a kid because it was against God's will in a way. And I don't mean that like literally, like there's no commandment. It's like, thou shalt not stuff 2 Oreos together and make them super good. But like,
thank God.
It has that feeling of you've broken the rules in some way, or you've found some secret knowledge.
Yeah.
The day that a child puts 2 Oreos together, they have tasted of the fruit of knowledge.
Yeah.
And they can never come back to the garden, right?
We got to be careful because this is some prime double stuffed pod content here.
Well, we can edit this into the double stuff, but I remember learning to twist the top off of an Oreo instead of just trying to pull them apart, which would wreck the cream.
Right.
And feeling like I was now like a capable tradesman.
I mean, I think that's totally right. And I think part of what's interesting and funny about that is that the classic Oreo still harkens back to feeling like a classy pre-shenanigans cookie. There's cream filling in it. We're having fun. Woo! You know, the traditional Oreo is really bridging the gap in a fundamental way.
Yeah. That an Oreo by its own nature is a journey through time.
Yeah. All right, are we moving to step 2?
Let's move to step 2.
All right.
I'm going to eat an entire cookie.
I'm doing the twist. So now I have 2 creamless Oreo wafers. What would you refer to the Oreo cookie?
This is the cookie.
The cookie. So
the cookie.
Yeah. I guess, is it Oreo cookie and Oreo sandwich?
Wow, that's weird. I suppose they refer to the entire Oreo as Milk's favorite cookie.
Well, then it also says chocolate sandwich cookies.
Well, fucking hell. I don't know what to do with that. That's 2 things. That's just 3 nouns in a row.
I think Milk's favorite cookie.
Will David Max.
This is interesting. Maybe the listeners can write in if we get a Gmail account up and running for this podcast with their thoughts. But
I don't ever want to hear their thoughts.
I will read them and I won't tell you what they said. I'll
write
hold
me
that information
little
forever.
Fucks. You fucking monsters.
So I'm holding 2 Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
And then I'm also holding the composite man-made double stuff Oreo, which is 2 cookies with 2 servings of cream in between them.
Yeah. I'm holding Milk's favorite cookie.
Since we're no longer doing the same thing, do you want to start off and we can discuss what your experience is and then I can jump in after?
I would actually like to do it at the same time because I feel like there's something in the ceremony and the tradition that we have that is important about us doing this together and being of a mind and a soul about it.
I'm here for it. I love it.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, it's different. I think I get more cream when I eat the whole cookie as it is. You know, like, because you'll cream it everywhere.
It's more cream, but the ratio is the same, which is interesting because that's different than what I'm experiencing.
Yeah, I'm just getting more coverage.
I am smiling because as much as I appreciate the economy of a classic Oreo, doubling the cream is fucking awesome. It's so good. The cream really does step up from keeping your mouth from getting too dry, and it becomes a major player when you double it up. It's a meaningful change. I mean, inherently, by doing this, I am spoiling double stuff because I've made a double stuff.
Well, but like what you've done might not be what they've done.
That's a fair point. That's a good point. But insofar as just the question of when you change the proportions, you are leaving behind a level of economical restraint that serves a classic Oreo well. I'm just happy. This is good.
He's got a big smile.
It's just really good. I mean, I love the cream in an Oreo, especially in these proportions. The cookie's still playing a significant role, but I hesitate to say juicy bite, but frankly, it's more of a juicy bite.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just is. It's great. There's a reason that I do this every time. And it works maybe the best when you're going with the classics because the flavor is exactly right. It's just more of a good thing. Yeah, I'm happy. This is great. I love Oreos.
What do you do with the naked outer cookies with no cream?
I just eat them once I've finished the cream one. Again, credit to how good Oreos are in general. Even without the cream, it's good. I am perhaps a touch giddier when I'm doing my double stuff. And now I've got these two very satisfying cookies in my left hand. Good news. I don't do them both at the same time because that might be too much dryness.
Do you feel like every action has an equal and opposite reaction?
I never thought about it that way before. I do like that. I think for me, it's more the idea of being like, listen, I've had a great main event and it's almost like a cool down.
Because if you kept cruising down the double stuff highway, you might zoom off into outer space.
Heady days, potentially.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'd be like the end of Grease.
Yeah.
Shama-lama-lama, dippity-dip-de-doo.
So I'm going to ask you what you got out of your main one cookie experience.
So I feel like the biggest takeaway from eating the entire classic Oreo as one go is coverage on the tongue. Is that when I did the halvesies, like the cream was there, but it was really cookie's day to shine. And once I went whole cookie, the cream was more present and I could kind of feel what it was there for flavor-wise. It was not just there as a support system to make sure that I wasn't eating too much dry cookie, but it was like, hey, I'm here. I'm cream. I'm good. And that felt very rewarding. When I did the halvesy, I was like, yeah, this is good. And the cream is there, but it felt more like it wasn't as center stage. And as a whole cookie, it felt more center stage, which I appreciate the cream for, that it knows when to come forward and show me what it can do.
I have to jump in quickly here. Your assessment of the balance was so spot on. And I've never been thinking about it this way before, but I just wharfed everything that was left. I just chucked it all. But as I said,
hear a thing.
I finished the double stuff and then moved on to the cookies. As a matter of fact, the experience with eating just the cookie, it's a much more potent chocolate punch.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like as much as we're talking about the question of like the cream is like, moisture thing, frankly, it is also giving you that sort of like vanilla chocolate balancing.
Mm-hmm.
Just the cookie, you're just getting a little like fudge blast.
Yeah.
And that is not always going to be in play if you've got that chocolate flavor being leveled out by the cream.
Yes. Yeah. No, they have to meet each other in the middle. Otherwise, no shade to just the cookie. It is delicious, but I don't think it can stand alone. I would go so far as to say that the cookie is the Garfunkel. Because
Well, let's define our terms here.
whether we're dealing with Oates or Simon,
Yeah, what are so that our listenership.
which Garfunkel are we in relation to? Why are there two Garfunkels? All right. If we were in a Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel scenario, Art Garfunkel obviously did not have a flourishing solo career after their split. Paul Simon did. In fact, his career boomed.
Sure.
So the question is, can one of these elements go solo?
I think it's hard to imagine a world where either of these go solo because at the end of the day, you could absolutely sell just the cookie and it's solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little unexemplary on its own. That is feasible, but there is a logistics issue that the cream can't really go solo. Does it try and move into Marshmallow Fluff's territory?
Ooh, Marshmallow Fluff will burn down your house. It'll kidnap your kids. It's old school.
Yeah, but you're not even in the same genre anymore. If I'm totally honest, I'm almost surprised that Oreo hasn't done that before.
They had to have done that. So maybe what we're really talking about is like, can this pop sensation make it in acting?
I think,
Is the Oreo The Rock?
I think that maybe part of the magic of Oreo, and this seems to go across the board with all Oreo cookies, is that they need each other. As with any good, healthy, loving relationship, these work because they're a partnership.
Yeah, right. If they split up, what do they even have anymore?
Yeah.
And what are they going to do with the kids?
The magic-
All the Oreo minis that they've put out into the world.
The magic is in the pairing.
Yeah, I think you're dead right. Well, David,
Yes, Max?
are we rating these things with a number system or a letter system?
My instinct is number. We want to give ourselves enough room that we can hopefully avoid 0.5s
I'm a real 0.5 man. I love a half.
I mean, listen, one of us is the cookies, one of us is the cream. It only works if, we're both on board. So if you feel like you need
true.
a 0.5.
Certainly no Paul Simon.
I can go with you on 0.5.
I'm willing to give whole numbers. I'm a fucking grown man. I can make a decision. Yeah. Okay. Oreo. Classic. Milk's favorite cookie. What are we giving it?
To me, classic Oreo is either 9 or 10.
Really?
My gut is probably 9. I genuinely think that an Oreo cookie in its classic version is close to perfection. And I think that's a fair argument to make.
I think I got to give it an 8.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe this is me like metagaming the rating system here. I don't want us curving the grade system towards everything being above a 5.
That's fair.
I want to be realistic about like, what is this doing for me? Is it giving me 90% of what I want all the time? I don't think so. When I'm doing a half bite, I'm not feeling the cream enough. The full bite's where I'm at. For you, the ideal scenario here was when you put two of them together.
Yeah.
Which is a whole other type of Oreo.
That's true.
I don't think an 8 is a slight by any means.
No, listen, if you were coming in with like a 6 or something, I'd be like,
oh, get this guy the fuck out.
Yeah, this whole show might have been a mistake. I think that, it was worth bringing up, but a 10 means the best Oreos are as good. You're right. That's not true. At the moment, having just eaten one of these, 9 feels like a cozy fit to me.
Okay.
It's really a testament to how good they are.
Yeah, no, they're amazing. They're amazing. And I don't ever want anyone who works in the secret Nabisco laboratories to feel bad about my 8. There's always room enough to improve on the original Oreo.
Sure.
It's saying, hey, jump off these shoulders. Let me carry you where I need to go, but I'm not going to be the thing that you're always aiming to be.
Sure. No, I respect it.
Classic Oreo. The second we cut this, we will eat 35 more of you. Everybody, thank you for listening to our inaugural episode of Unnamed Oreo podcast project.
Hopefully you got as much out of listening to this as we did recording it. Maybe next time, get a bag and then you go on the journey with us.
Have a lovely night. It's definitely nighttime where you are.
Yeah. Maybe after the credits, there'll just be a horrifying slurping noise. That's what you came for, right?